Good morning. Welcome to St. Paul, Minnesota Ice Cougars U19 against the Sioux Falls, South Dakota Flyers, the high school team. Today is the third game of this weekend between these two teams. Ice Cougars are 1-0-1, having taken the first game 2-1 yesterday morning and skating to a 3-3 tie yesterday afternoon in a high shooting and an extravaganza with Ice Cougars having 44 shots that game, South Dakota with 31. So this morning is kind of a chance for the South Dakota or Sioux Falls Flyers to come out 500, and hopefully the Ice Cougars can come out on top and bring in another victory here. Puck will be dropping very soon. Refs just took the ice. I'm going to mute so we don't have any copyright issues with the audio in the background while we watch warm-ups. So let's go Ice Cougars. Flyers are taking the ice now. Cougars will be soon to follow. Pretty imperative meeting so far this weekend. A lot of back and forth play, a lot of good goaltending. Both teams have had over 90% save percentages, so lots of good chances both ways. Tria is always a fun rink to play at. Great views out the Ice Cougar side of the rink. Here come the Cougars. Or at least a couple. go ahead and walk through the Ice Cougar roster here this morning. For 2025-2026 Minnesota Ice Cougar U19, we have number 2, Kara Peterson, number 3, Anna Ox, number 7, Maddie Sundgren, number 10, Emily Aboud, number 11, Abby Olson, number 12, Blakely Dennis, number 15, Cece Glassbrenner, number 16, Piper Johnson, number 17, Cece All, number 19, Anna Lane, number 21, Mackenzie Gressman, number 22, Piper Wheeler, number 25, Tony All, number 26, Amelia Olson. For goalies, we have number 30, Ava Cahill in the white pads, and number 35, Sam Braun in the black pads. Coaching for the Cougars, we have Willie Brook and Taylor. Game format's going to be 2 15-minute stop periods. They'll cut the ice, and then they run running time for whatever we have remaining. Typically been about 20-25 minutes run time. So, some pretty exciting hockey, so hopefully we can keep up the momentum here. Here we go. Starting in net today for the Cougars, we'll have Ava Cahill, number 30. Taking the draw for the Cougars, Tony Alm with wings Piper Johnson or Piper Wheeler and Paige Johnson. We have Abby Olson and Amelia Olson at the point. Here we go. Let's play hockey. Cougars win the draw. Abby controls. Gets it up to neutral zone. Cougars gain the zone. Tony behind the net, going to Paige, puck back to Amelia. Amelia shot on net, save goalie. The goaltender, Tony Alm on it. Flyers control. Flyers break it out. Flyers to the neutral zone. Gain the Cougar zone. Flyers set it up to the point. Shot wide. Tony brings it behind the net. Break it out. All the pass to Piper off her skate. Flyers control. Keep it in. Out to the point. Shot on Ava. Rebound sent out. That should be an icing. Defensive zone draw to the right of Cahill. Taking the face-off for this line, we have Blake Levaness with CC Classbrenner and Etta Ox at wing. Oh, sorry, Kara Peterson and Etta Ox. Kara comes to the neutral zone. Kara on a break. Shot goal! Ice Cougars! Blake Levaness wins the draw. Gets the puck to Etta. Etta chips it up to Kara. Kara scores. 1 minute into the game. Cougars on top 1-0. Ice Cougars win the draw. Puck back to McKenzie. Puck gets passed. Flyers control in the Cougar zone. Puck to the slot. Shot, save, Cahill. Puck comes out behind. CC Alm to it. Chips it up to Kara. Just out of reach. Flyers keep it in. Puck down in the corner. Flyers have it behind. Find a person in the slot. Tied up by a Cougar. Blakely with it. Comes out. Chips it to neutral. 2-on-1, but Flyers have back checkers. Blakely still with it. Feeds the slot. Puck gets deflected. Emily pinches. Plays the body. Puck comes out. Amelia with it. Chips it back. Etta controls. Cougars gain the zone. Etta toe drag. Backhand. Goes wide. Etta fights down in the corner. Puck at the half wall. Flyers come up with it. Stretch pass held in by Amelia. Shot off the goalie's helmet. Emily with the shot. Hits the body. Emily gets the rebound. Off the goalie. Flyers break it out. Outlet pass off a skate. Back in the Flyer zone. Still looking for an outlet. Puck back to Emily. Emily over to Amelia. Still tied up in neutral. Flyers get a break. Good stick there by Amelia. Keeps the puck to the corner. Tony challenges. Comes out with it. Tony brings it behind. Finds Piper. 2-on-2. Piper to Page. Page gets in the zone. Backhand save. Flyers control the rebound. Try to get it out. Sends it off the CC skate. CC controls in neutral. Over to Piper. Piper dumps it down low. Cougars go to forecheck. Tony Elm on the half wall. Comes up with the puck. Battling 2 down low. Gets helped by Page. Alm with the puck. Brings it out. Back to CC. Shot. Save. Cougars on a fierce streak here with some shots. We got 7 shots so far in the first 3 minutes. Offensive zone draw. Blake Levaness taking to it. Cougars win the draw. Shot gets blocked. Kara Peterson over to the corner. Chip out comes to the Flyers. Flyers break it out. 2-on-1. Cougars have back checkers. Pass was blocked. Cougars come up with it. Puck turned over. Flyers with it in the slot. Shot. Blocker save. Cahill. Blakely tries to send it behind. Blakely recovers it. Back to Emily. Cougars have it behind the net. Blakely comes up with it. Over to Kara. Kara back to Blakely. Just behind her. Flyers pick it up. Keep it in the zone. Cougars get to chip it out. Flyers have to regroup. Puck comes back. McKenzie on it. McKenzie up to Kara. Kara off the boards to Tony. Tony brings it in. Angled shot. Goalie deflects it aside. Abby pinches, holds his own. Piper helps out. Puck stays in. Turned over in the slot. Flyers stretch pass out of net. We have a defensive zone draw for Tony Alm. Piper Wheeler and Page as their wings again. Here we go. Ice Cougars control off the draw. Tony at the half wall. Back to Amelia. Amelia tried to stretch pass. Puck was deflected. No icing. Page goes to race for it. Page first one there. Picks it up. Page controls, tries to find a spot. Walks the blue line. Cougars try to hold his own. Puck comes out. Flyers have a rush. Shot, goal. Flyers able to tie it up on a breakaway rush. 1-1 tie right now. 10 minutes remaining in the first frame. Shots 8 for the Cougars, 4 for the Flyers. Blakely out now for Blakely's line out for the Cougars. Kick the face-off. Cougars control. Peterson enters the zone. Blakely streaks to the net. Shot deflected high. Etta holds at the half wall. Blakely supports. Puck still held at the half wall. Peterson comes up with it. Flyers turn it over. McKenzie holds his own. Gets it back down. Etta goes to the corner to fight. Flyers bring it behind. Etta on her. Souix hold at the half wall. Flyers get it back. Cross-ice pass makes Flyers break it out. McKenzie rides the player out. Puck turned over. Peterson with it. Peterson through the neutral zone. Shot blocked. Deflected to the corner. Blakely over to it. Blakely sends it back down low for Kara. Flyers come up with it. Flyers break it out. 3-on-2. Nice play by Emily Aboud. Flyers get support though. 1-on-1 with Amelia, but shot save. Defensive zone draw to the left to Cahill. Tony Alm taking the face off. Flyers control. Shot from the slot, pushed aside by Cahill. Puck back to Emily. Emily tries to send it back down. Flyers pick it up. Nice stick there by Tony to deflect the centering pass. Flyers feed their point. Shot on net. Goes wide. Flyers pinch, hold the zone. Puck down low. Amelia picks it up behind the net. Amelia finds Piper. Piper to Tony. Flyers hold the zone. Puck does come out. Page and Tony on a break. 2-on-1. Just out of the reach of Tony. Tony escapes, trying to find the point. Defense couldn't quite get up there yet. Up! Flyers enter the zone. Puck in the slot. Got a hook there. No call. Peterson with it at the half wall. Cougars still trying to get it out. Tony picks it up. Tips it to neutral zone. Gets a change. Flyers pick it up. Regain the Ice Cougar zone. CC sends it the other way. Abby Olsen there to try to trip it forward. Puck squirts out to the slot. Shot goes wide. Puck back in front. Abby controls. Abby comes up with it. Sends it over to Etta. Cougars gain the zone. Puck to Blakely. Blakely to Piper. Piper tried to send it down to Etta. Etta behind the net. Feeds the slot on net. Goalie makes a save. Ice Cougars win the draw. Emily shot, blocked in front. Blakely tries to slice the circle. Still on it. Turned over to Flyers. Flyers break it out. Emily there, send it back to neutral. Etta picks it up. Flyers offsides, have to touch it up. Etta streaks into the neutral zone. Enters the Flyers. Flyers try to send it back out. Emily holds the zone. Sends it back down low. Cougars try to set the forecheck. Puck comes out to McKenzie. McKenzie tried to send it back down low. Flyers regroup. Stretch pass to McKenzie. McKenzie sends it up to Piper. Puck just going back and forth through the neutral zone right now. And we're going to get a check. So Paige is going to go for 2 minutes for roughing or checking, not sure. Kind of just rubbed her off, wasn't that bad of a penalty, but. So it's going to say that the Ice Cougars have a power play, but they are actually on the penalty kill on the scoreboard here. So 6:25 remaining in the first period. Ice Cougars with the penalty kill. Flyers control, shot on Cahill, save. Another face-off, same spot, Tony Allen to take it. Flyers control off the face-off. Send it down low, looks like they're setting up the power play. Keeping it to the outside. The 1-3-1 style power play here. Tony picks it up down low. See if she can get a good clear, as she does. Flyers have to regroup. Goalie sets it up for the Flyers. Tony there to pick it up. They couldn't quite play the puck. Good escape, buys more time. Oh, sorry, that was Kara, not Tony. Shot on net. Flyers come through the neutral zone. Flyers getting a change, setting up the power play. Puck down low, Tony pushes off to the corner. Abby there to help. Puck comes loose. Cougars control. Blakely sends it down. 46 seconds remaining in the penalty to Paige Johnson. Flyers pick it up. Outlet pass intercepted by Blakely. Flyers do squirt through. Centering pass just out of reach. Amelia Olsen there, try to ship it out. Puck comes to Blakely. Blakely controls, sends it down, kills another good 10-15 seconds off the PK. Flyers trying to chip it out. Smart play by Wheeler there. Still on the forecheck. Good no call. Cece gets the puck, sends it back down. That should take care of the PK. Tony steps up, intercepts the pass. Ice Cougars are full strength. Paige picks it up. Oh no, Peterson picks it up. Still on it. Shot deflected wide. Peterson wraparound, save. Second attempt, save. Third, fourth. Ref finally blows a whistle. Good 3-4 shot attempt there. One thing as a goalie dad, I tend to count all those as individual shots versus just one scoring attempt. So my shot total tends to be a little higher, but that's because the goalie had to make 4 saves there, not 1, 4. It's really simple. So, Cougars with a draw. Shot block. Etta over to it. Puck sneaks past Blakely. Kara over to the other half wall. Blakely fights down low with it. Kara and Blakely in the corner. Puck comes back to Etta. Etta controls. Etta circles. Slices the circle. A little bit of a trip. Blakely picks it up. Blakely back on the circle still. Sends it down low. Found Blakely with a give and go. Shot was blocked. Flyers down in the corner. Blakely and Etta on it. Feed the slot. Puck's gonna sneak out. Yep. Flyers come through neutral. 2-on-2. Poke check by Amelia forces them to drive it down deep. Flyers still have it though. Amelia goes right behind the net. Amelia ties up. Blakely comes up with it. Puck still loose. Flyers picked it up. Now to Blakely. Puck gets chipped. Sent back in by the Flyers. McKenzie over to pick it up. Amelia comes up with it. Looking for an outlet. Indirect pass to Kara. Hits her stick. Just out of reach though. No icing. Flyers stretch pass the other direction. Bring the puck deep in the Cougar zone. Feed the point. Shot save, Cahill. Tony picks up the puck. Reverses, comes up. Outlet pass deflected. Tony picks it up. Comes to neutral. Enters the Flyer zone. Escapes. Finds her sister Cece. Cece sends it down low. Flyers try to get it out. Puck comes to Piper. Cece holds it in. Chips it over Abby. Abby at the point. Shot, save. Minute 57 remaining. Evenly matched. Last couple games had sessions where there were streaky play on both sides, tallying up multitudes of shots, but today's been pretty back and forth. Flyers control, enter the Cougar zone. Centering pass is blocked. Paige Johnson keeps it to the outside. McKenzie sends it out, caught by the point. Flyers hold his own. Puck chipped over to Paige. Back to Emily. Emily sends it out to Tony. Gets to the neutral zone. Cougars getting a change. They're looking for the stretch pass. Flyers hit it. Flyers enter the zone. 3-on-2. Shot pushed aside by Cahill. Comes out of the corner at the puck. Sees the slot. Emily there. Good stick. Puck to Kara. Kara chips through the neutral. No icing. Blakely and Etta on the forecheck. Puck sneaks by over the half wall. Comes out to neutral. Peterson on it. Puck squirts out. Flyers with it. Flyers gain the zone. Amelia behind, deals battle. Supported by Blakely. Puck still on the Flyers stick. Puck back to the corner. Amelia comes out with it. Sends it behind to Abby. Over to Kara. Kara back to Abby. Abby deflects it up to Blakely. Blakely tries to send it to Etta. It was intercepted. Flyers come the other way. 11 seconds left in the game in the first period. Outlet to Etta. That's all she wrote for the first period. We have a 1-1 tie so far. Shots on goal, 14 for the Ice Cougars, 9 for the Flyers. We'll have a 1-minute intermission here, followed by another 15-minute stop. Thank you much. Just hold on it here. Cougars control off the draw, start of the period. Shot on net, goalie makes a save. Puck back to Amelia. Shot blocked on net, gets through. Net comes off. Here we go, offensive zone draw for Tony. Cougars control, puck back to Amelia. Flyers challenge at the point, get it out. Piper back to help. Cougars offsides. Neutral zone draw. Blah. Ice Cougars control, Tony enters the zone. Puck gets chipped, Abby able to hold it in. Turned over to Flyers. Piper with the deflection. Puck gets down low into the corner. Piper challenges. Page there. Tony in the middle to pick up the outlet pass. Sends it back down low. Page in the corner. Feeds the slot to Piper. Shot goes wide. Flyers send it across ice. Excuse me. Flyers on the break. Abby there, able to chip it back to neutral. Flyers send it down. Amelia battles. Puck comes free. Tara picks her up. Tony gets checked off the puck. Puck does get out to neutral though. Flyers gain the Cougar zone. Amelia over to the corner to fight for it. Puck gets chipped out to neutral. Deflected off of defense. Flyers getting a change. Or Cougars getting a change. Flyers go for stretch. 3-on-2. Good back check by Blakely there. Make the numbers even. Flyers back to their point. Walk the blue. Stepped up into the point. Pass was blocked. Flyers still control. Tried to feed the point. Couldn't control. Puck to neutral. Flyers have to regroup. Cougars control. Cougars break it out. Puck to Etta. Turned over to the Flyers. Flyers regroup. Off the skate. Still in the Flyer zone. Sent back up. Off Blakely's skate. Puck at neutral. Etta with it. Etta back to McKenzie. McKenzie up. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie dumps it in. Puck over to Cece. Cece chips to the neutral zone, or chips to the slot, just off of Piper's stick. Etta comes up with it. Back over to Cece. Cece down to Blakely. Back to Cece in the slot. Backhand behind, goes wide. Flyers send it down. That should be an icing, but it's got an odd spin. You got an icing. Offensive zone draw for the Ice Cougars. Tony on to take it. Flyers control, get the puck down low. Emily pitches, tries to hold his own. Puck comes back, Flyers chip it out. Page there to fight for it. Over to Amelia in the slot. Amelia up to Piper. Tony breaking for it. Tony's got a step. Feeds the slot. Puck didn't quite get on net. Page there feeds the slot. Just got deflected. Piper couldn't connect. Amelia's shot gets deflected high. Page back up. Tried to find Piper. Puck was still not quite on target. Flyers take it behind. Break it out. Flyers in neutral. Off the ref. Ava pushes it back behind. Amelia with it at the corner. Tony in the corner at the puck, sends it over to Emily. Emily sends it up to Piper. Piper up to Paige. Paige dumps it in. Cougars go for a change. Flyers definitely going for that stretch pass. 2-on-1, good back check. Got a stick on that pass, able to deflect it. Cougars got to watch that wholesale change happening. Puck out to neutral. Flyers get control, dump it back in. Flyers get at the half wall, bring it down low. Blakely there. Blakely to McKenzie. Blakely comes up with it. Puck gets back down low. CC Alma over to it. CC sends it back. Kara brings it behind the net. Shot block. Nice pinch there by Abby, holds his own. Flyers do get it out though. Blakely able to pick it up. Still in the neutral zone though. Blakely take it out. Puck behind CC. CC chips it up forward. Headed to Kara. Kara toe drags around. Shot blocked. Headed with it. Cycles down to Kara. Kara to the slot. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. Puck sneaks back in. Didn't have a lot of heat on it. Pinched by Emily. Flyers chip it into neutral. Emily on the race here. Flyers get a chance. Shot. Blocker save Ava. Flyers feed the point. Shot deflected in front. Puck comes back. Abby with it. Turned over by the Flyers. Flyers control in the corner. Feed the slot. Couldn't control. Backdoor pass connects. Couldn't quite get a shot on net. Puck back to point. Flyers have some offensive pressure here. Puck down low to Blakely. Blakely off the glass, trying to get it out. Flyers hold the zone. Puck back to Blakely. Blakely into neutral. Coming in. Blakely gets around the D. Shot, save. Who's that, Paige? Paige picked it up? Yeah, Paige was able to corral that puck. Shot, save. Piper there. McKenzie chips it back up. Paige there. Cougars hold the zone, get the puck down low again. Piper battles in the corner. Puck left. Flyers turning around. Puck out of play. Ice Cougars making a goalie change. They're splitting even here. Both teams splitting goalies here. Halfway through the second, shots on Ava were 9. Ice Cougars 18. Flyers control the face-off. Send it around. Outlet pass held in by Abby. Dumped back in. Should be icing. Offensive zone draw. Blakely on it. Abby holds his own, but Flyers control. Puck comes out. Flyers chip it in. Good stick there by Blakely. Keep it to the outside. Put a body on there. Puck back in the corner. Blakely comes up with it. Cross pass to Etta. No icing. Outlet pass into neutral. McKenzie steps up. Gets it over to Blakely. Blakely finds Kara. Kara goes down to the corner for it. Kara behind the net. Feeds the slot. Couldn't control. Flyers break it out. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Flyers go for a change. Page picks it up down low. Sends it to Blakely. Blakely over to Piper. Piper down to the corner. Blakely goes for a change. Puck comes out to Page. Page tries to get a shot off. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Second effort. Goalie makes a save. Offensive zone draw for the Cougars. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second frame. 1-1 tie. Just like last game, pretty evenly played. Ice Cougars control. Puck back to Abby. Abby sends it down low. Page to the corner for the puck. Flyers send it around. Puck comes up neutral. Up center. Abby has it in the neutral zone. Puck out, poke checked off. Flyers have control. Abby with a stick pushes it back to the corner. Flyers feed their point. D walks. Backside. Shot, goal. Flyers take the lead 2-1 on a shot from the backside pass. Coming in cold can be difficult sometimes. Flyers control off the draw. Page shifts it back to the Flyers. Flyers control. Sends it cross ice. Abby stepped up, deflected the cross ice pass, but Flyers control. Shot saved, Braun. Puck to Piper. Flyers come up with it. Flyers down low with it in the corner. Amelia picks it up. Amelia to Page. Page to Piper. Back to Page. Gains his own. Try for the move. Goalie makes a save. Flyers come the other way. Dump it in for a change. Souix up to Etta. Etta in the neutral zone. Shot blocked. Flyers pick it up. Come back to the neutral zone. Good poke check by Souix. Offsides. Offside there. Cougars control off the faceoff. Souix up to Etta. Back to Souix. Souix over to Blakely. Blakely gains his own. Sends it down low. Kara Peterson down for it. At the half wall. Still on the puck. Shot blocked. Still on the puck. Inner skates. Blakely comes up with it. Up to McKenzie. McKenzie sends it back down to Blakely. Intercepted by the Flyers. Flyers break it out. 2-on-1. Pass just out of reach. Still fed to the slot though. Flyers have a chance. Puck goes wide. Flyers keep it in. Shot goes wide. McKenzie there. Puck comes to neutral. Intercepted by Blakely. Blakely to Etta, behind her skates. Flyers pick it up. Flyers enter the zone. 3-on-2. Centering pass. Goal. So far. Flyers could win the draw, but couldn't control it. Puck back in their zone. Puck gets out back to neutral. Nope. Emily held the zone, but had to come back anyways. Amelia with the poke. Flyers come through neutral. 3-on-3. Shot blocked by Amelia. Paige with it. Indirect. Trying to get it to Piper. Flyers come up with it. Tony poke checks it. Gets it into the Flyers zone. Flyers recover. Flyers break it out. Paige there to stop. Back down to Tony. Feed the slot. Save. Blakely on the draw. Ice Cougars control. Blakely down low. Puck comes out. CC holds at the half boards. Sends it back down low to Blakely. Hedda with it. Puck still in the corner. Puck comes up to the half wall. Flyers with it. Sends it out. Abby held the zone. Flyers pick it back up. Send it out to neutral. Flyers send it across. CC with it. Over to Blakely. Blakely up to Kara. Pass was intercepted. Puck chips back out to neutral. CC over to Abby. Abby up. Flyers intercept. Offside. Ice Cougars control the draw. Turned over to the Flyers. Flyers enter the zone. Shot wide. Cougars come up with it. Flyers hold the zone. Puck back to Tony. Tony in neutral. Sends it in. Cougars onside. Tony in the corner. Looking for somebody in the slot. Couldn't find anyone there. Flyers come up with it. Back to neutral. 2-on-2. Nice poke by Abby. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Flyers were offsides. Ice Cougars control the draw, dump it to neutral. Flyers pick it up. Flyers regroup. Flyers gain the zone. Amelia chips it back out. Cross ice pass. Flyers pick it up. Flyers dump it back down to Abby. Abby chips it up to Tony at the half wall. Back over to Amelia. Amelia reverses. Paige at the half wall, tries to send it out. Flyers control. Puck comes to Piper. Piper comes to neutral. Piper dumps it in, turns over to Flyers. Flyers send it up. Flyers gain the Cougar zone. 7 seconds remaining. Flyers keep it in. Still in the slot. Shot block. That's all they said for the second. Shots for the second period. Ice Cougars had 7 with no goals. Sioux Falls had 4 with 2 goals. Game total so far, Ice Cougars 21 shots, 1 goal. Sioux Falls 3 goals on 12 shots. We're going to take an intermission here while there's a resurfacing, and we'll come back in 15 minutes. And this time I will remember Here we are, start of the third period. Cougars have their work cut out for them. They built a 3-1 deficit here. Got to come back, see if the Cougars can have it in them, tie it back up. Let's go Ice Cougars. Cougars control the draw, puck tipped back to Souix. Turned over neutral zone, Flyers with it. Flyers send it back out past Amelia. Tony back to pick it up. Sends it back to neutral. Flyers still onside. Tony brings it into neutral now. Poke checks back to the neutral zone. Flyers with it. Drop pass. Shot, save, Braun. He puts his own draw to the right of Braun. We're going, last 15 is going to be stopped. Blakely with the face-off. Ice Cougars control. McKenzie sends it behind to Abby. Abby to Peterson. Puck comes out. Blakely with it. 2-on-1. Blakely Etta. Flyers have back checkers. Shot. High angle shot. Rebound save. Puck comes out. Abby pokes it back low. Etta the battle at the half wall. McKenzie holds it in. Kara comes up with it. Shot blocked. Flyers pick it up. Flyers chip it back out off of McKenzie. Hand pass. Neutral zone draw. Blakely pick controls. Ice Cougars with it. Over to Amelia. Amelia through the neutral zone. Gains the zone. Shot deflected high. Blakely over to he sends it. Flyers turn it over. Come through neutral. Gain the Cougar zone. Shot blocked. Amelia with it. Skates to Peterson. Nope, Blakely. Over to Etta. Etta gained the Flyer zone. Nice walk there. Etta still has it. Tried to cycle. Puck down. Another shot save. Draw. There. Flyers have it in the corner. Puck chips up, out of play. Another offensive zone draw. Tony on it. Flyers control, bring it down behind. Looking to break it out. Piper's down low to fight it off. Puck comes the other side. Tony at the half wall. Tony gets there. Tony has it down low. Tried to feed the point. Puck up to Amelia. Shot. Blocked. Tony at the half wall. Puck back. Amelia in the corner. Something's going to get called. Looks like we have a roughing on a Flyer. Cougars will get their first power play. Good chance here for the Cougars to get some offense. See if they can get this power play set up. Get some good shots from the point, get them rebounds. Lots of juicy rebounds left by the goalie. 2 minutes for roughing on the Flyers. Cougars control. Amelia's trying to hold his own. Offsides. Thought it was offside, but guess just got tied up. So another offensive zone draw. Cougars win. Amelia with it. Sends it down to Tony. Tony to slot to Blakely. Blakely to Paige. Paige over to Tony. Shot, save. Yeah. Block. Puck still free in the slot. Blakely with it. Shot wide. Tony over to it. Tony back up to Amelia. Amelia down to Tony. Just out of reach. Puck gets chipped out. Braun out to play it. Braun sends it up. Tara comes up with it. That was a hip check. Puck with Tony. Circles. Over to Blakely in the slot. On net. Peterson with it. Peterson and Amelia. Holds his own. Shot. Save. Good rebound. Couldn't quite get a trigger on it. Blakely with it. Over to Tony. Tony in the slot. Shot. Save. .32 seconds remaining on the PK. On the power play, sorry. Puck back to Amelia. Amelia down to Tony. Tony sends it over. Deflected. Held in by Kara. Kara still holds it in. Kara to Blakely. Shot block. Back in the slot. Flyers chip it out. That should do it for the power play. Amelia back. Amelia sends it up. Just out of reach. Kara holds his own. Jacko! Peterson! It's a 5-on-5 goal. Power play just got completed. But nice rocket there. And the Ice Cougars cut the deficit in half. Ice Cougars have gone on an 11-1 shot run. Here we go. Flyers control the face-off. Puck in neutral. Piper ties it up. Back to Cece. Over to Abby. Abby back to neutral. Tony with it. Gains his own. Nice escape. Still in the slot. Shot wide. Flyers trying to break it out. Send it in. Flyers down in the corner with it. Looking for the point. Shot goes wide. Flyers hold his own. Puck gets dumped back low. Tony with it. Tony comes up. Tony to Piper. Piper to Paige. Paige has a step. Saved by the goalie. Piper still has it down low. Flyers come up with it. Outlet pass. Could be an icing. Looks like we're going to get a penalty. Should have took them both, but power play for the Flyers. Odd bounce off the stanchion. Shot save. Defensive zone draw on the PK. Flyers control. Feed the slot, backside. Shot save, Braun. I think that got her mask. Flyers control off the draw. Pass to the point, just out of reach. Flyers have to regroup. Nice play there by Kara. Flyers come up through it. Braun with the save. Puck comes out in slot. Shot blocked by Blakely. Flyers still with it. Another block shot. Flyers hold the zone. Shot goes wide. Flyers still with it. Backdoor pass. Couldn't quite connect. Flyers really wheeling here. 20 seconds left on the peak power play. Tony sends it. Page on a break. Save. Both teams full strength. Flyers the other direction. Shot save, Braun. Cougars win the draw. Piper comes through neutral. Gets it down in the Flyer zone. Held in by Amelia. Still held in by Amelia. Amelia brings it down low. Shot goes wide. Page controls. Shot save. Puck back to Cece. Cece backhands the front. Piper tries to get a shot. Couldn't get a stick on it. Good stick by Tony. Puck comes out. Flyers in the neutral zone. Bring it out. Centering pass. Amelia there. Outlet pass to Tony behind her. Amelia in the corner. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Puck squirts out. Flyers with it. Shot pushed aside by Braun. Piper there. Going to get an icing. Offensive zone or defensive zone draw for the Cougars. Here we go. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. Cougars control. Sent up by Page. Or by Blakely. Peterson to fight for it in the corner. Flyers come up with it. Out of there. Abby tries to hold his own. And does. Ed at the half wall sends it down low to Peterson. Puck goes behind. Flyers try the other direction. Blakely there. McKenzie steps up. Keeps it in. Turned over to the Flyers. Flyers chip it to neutral. All the way down. Braun sets it up for McKenzie. McKenzie over to Blakely. Blakely up to Etta. 2-on-2. Etta's poke checked off, but still on the puck. Blakely to the other corner. Blakely comes up with it. Blakely shot, blocked in front. Kara with it. Kara still controls. Shot save. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Cougars still down by 1. Shots are 37-16. Here we go. Flyers control the draw. Send it around. Down low with the puck. Page able to intercept the cross pass. Page with it, sends it down low. Flyers pick it up. CC tried to hold. Puck comes out. Amelia to the race. Amelia sends it back to neutral. Turned over to Tony. Tony brings it into the Flyer zone. Chips it over to Page. Page tried to find Tony. Pass was intercepted. Tony down in the corner. Puck comes up. Abby holds his own. Shot block. But Tony there. Shot. Save. Rebound. Couldn't quite get connection. Goalie lost their stick. Tony with the puck. Down in the corner. Comes out. Looking for a point pass. Couldn't quite get it. McKenzie there. Flyers pick it up in neutral. Gain the Cougar zone. Held in by the Flyers. Puck still in the zone. Flyers shot. Goal. Don't think Sam saw that one. Flyers 4-2 with 2 minutes 47 remaining. Cougars still down by 1:50 remaining. That was Kara's hat trick, I believe. Puck back to McKenzie. Turned over in the neutral zone. Flyers gain. McKenzie fights for it. Chips it back up. Blakely chips it. Flyers send it down low. Abby behind the net. Outlet pass was blocked, but got past anyways. Cross ice pass sent over. McKenzie going for it. Flyers chip it in. Flyers have numbers. Shot wide. Flyers hold the zone. Puck comes out behind. Abby back for it. Abby sends it over to Blakely. Blakely indirect to Kara. Kara and Etta 2-on-1. Try to toe drag. Good poke check. Less than a minute. Cougars pull the goalie. Looks like we do have timeouts. Cougars will be taking a 1-minute timeout here. 41 seconds remaining. Cougars have 41.7 seconds here to try to tie it up. Cougars with the empty net, going 6-on-5. Looks like Peterson taking the draw. Cougars down low with the puck. Recycle it down low to Abby. Feed the slot. Puck still there. Puck still free. Goal covered. Cougars have full press on here. Crashing the net here. Let's see if we can get a chance. Get that puck on net. Puck comes in. Turned over by Flyers. Flyers send it out. Immediately tried to pinch. Nice poke check there by Page. Puck sent down low. 20 seconds remaining. Tony on it. Tony over to Abby. Feeds the slot. Cross. Oh, just off Amelia's stick. Amelia shot. Blocked. Back to Amelia. Another shot net. Oh, another chance. 4 seconds. That should probably do it. And that's all she wrote. Looks like the weekend skates go to a complete tie for the 3 games. Cougars were 1-1-1 against South Dakota. Today's game, Cougars 43 shots, 3 goals. South Dakota 17 shots, 4 goals. And really good weekend of hockey. So thank you very much for tuning in. Let's go Ice Cougars.